Good afternoon, everybody. That's a serious part of the presentation. It's politics and economics. I do what economists don't want to do, which is talk about politics. And as a political analyst, I talk about economics as well. So you get two for the price of one when it comes to hiring me for your events. I do a wide variety of presentations on South Africa, Africa, and global political trends. And I'm delighted to live in 2017. Delighted to get my material fresh on a month-by-month, hour-by-hour basis from the world's politicians who keep us all entertained and regaled. But the imagery might be fun. The serious aspect of my business can be fraught with emotion, can be fraught with concern. The world is moving into uncharted waters. It's not just South Africa. It's not just here. Go and speak to your friends in the United States to see how elated they are with what's going to happen in the next few days, or how depressed they are with what's going to happen over the next few days. We don't know yet, and we don't know yet what's going to be the result of a Trump presidency. Is it going to be good Trump, or is it going to be bad Trump? And the jury is out. It's going to affect us all. It'll have major effects here in South Africa on our trade relations with the United States. And frankly, from a continental point of view, from an African point of view, does Trump know where Africa is? And if he does, is he willing to assist Africa as a developing and emerging continent? These are questions that I analyze in all of my presentations. The world is changing. Relationships, you hear a lot about relationships from speakers. Relationships are changing across the world. And those relationships are going to have a profound impact as well on where the world moves over the course of the next number of years. I deal with that as well. And if you think it's bad there, go across the pond to the United Kingdom, where again, the unknown of what Brexit really means. How are the Brits going to renegotiate or negotiate themselves out of 40 years of trade agreements? Are they going to go it alone? What do they want from Europe? And what kind of Europe is there going to be by the end of this year? Because there are French elections coming up that could also have a dramatic effect on the global political economy. It is indeed an interesting global situation at the moment. But it's not just overseas, my friends. It's not just there. It's here in South Africa. We are in a very dramatic year. Every year in South Africa seems to be dramatic. And the political headaches that you think you have are nothing compared to the political headaches that man, Gwede Mantashe, has when dealing with his own political party. You've got to get serious, because Mantashe's headache is based upon that map, the political map of South Africa. The purple areas of South Africa are the areas that showed a swing away from the ANC in the last local elections towards opposition parties. And look how purple that map has become. No wonder there are headaches within the ruling ANC. Look at the graphs. And I'm a political economist. I have to look at graphs. I have to look at stats as well. I can't extract it from my presentations. But yes, the graph's going the wrong way. Our GDP growth rate is on a negative downward swing. Hopefully, it'll start to look a little bit better this year. And our unemployment rate also, 26% at least of South Africans unemployed. Add another 10% to that, you get to a position where nearly 40% of South Africans are unemployed. This year, we will be looking at issues relating to unemployment, growth. Can this economy be kick-started? And indeed, are we going to stave off this dreaded ratings agency downgrade that's been threatening us for the course of the last year? It's serious stuff, but we all have to analyze it. And we all have to analyze it, I think, in an engaging and non-threatening way. And that's what I do with all of my corporate audiences. It is a year about succession, about who will be the next leader of the ANC, and by implication, who will be the next president of South Africa? And the bun fight has begun. We're only 2 weeks into the new year, and yet it feels as though we've been dealing with succession for the better part of the last year. Africa is also part of my focus. We're just not an island unto ourselves. The continent is big and varied. It's had a tough year last year. It's going to be tough, but I think Africa will show some resilience this year. It's a marvelous continent, and I love to speak about Africa's economic growth story, warts and all. urbanization, people, new markets and consumers. They're coming to you, and they're there in Lagos, by the way. Don't complain about your traffic here in Johannesburg or Cape Town. It's there. It's an amazing world. I deal about all of this in my presentations, customized for you, and I hope indeed to see you over the course of this year. Thank you very much.